Hey guys, it's Maggie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a very exciting video. It's going to be my highlighter collection. Yes, I said it, highlighters, all of them together in one video. It's going to be epic. I'm just saying. I have all my highlighters back here. I'm only going to include my single ones because I do have like one or two that are in like palette form, but I'm going to save those palettes for when I do a face palette collection. So hopefully that makes sense, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna randomly grab different highlighters and we'll see how it goes. Without further ado, let's just hop into the video. First one we're gonna start out with is a huge love of mine. This is Becca's Moonstone. Oh yes, it's a really beautiful vanilla kind of colored highlight, I guess you could say, because it does definitely have like a yellowy undertone to it. Oh, I love this one. What can I say? What can I say? Why don't we go powder, liquid, powder, liquid? That sounds like a good way to go. Yeah, I think so. The next one that I have is the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. This is the most gorgeous gold liquid highlight. It's on a whole other level. The next one I have is by Stila. This is the Oliver Shimmer Duo in the shade Kitten, and this actually has two very different shades, but they actually work really well together. It has this really pretty light pinky kind of color, and then it also has this really beautiful kind of light bronzy color. You can use them separate or you can use them mixed together. I personally like it both ways. Next, we're going to talk about a favorite of mine for years and years. This is Benefit's High Beam. I love the color of this. It's a beautiful, pearly, pinky kind of color. Oh, this is probably one of the original liquid highlights that kind of hit the market, and I really love this little guy. Next, I have this one by NYX. It's their Illuminator in the shade Ritualistic. This is amazing. It's a beautiful white gold-ish kind of color. It's really pretty. This formula is really nice. It's very creamy and silky to the touch. I will say this is a more of a frosty type of highlight. It's just the color that it is, but I really don't mind that at all. I love the way it looks on my skin. Next, I have one by Smashbox, and I actually haven't talked about this in a video yet. I'm just really getting into it now. It is their LA Light Blendable Lip and Cheek color in the shade Hollywood and Highlight. This, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. This is actually a stick highlight, and as you can probably see, it's almost like a beige champagne kind of color. It's a really unique color in my opinion, and it blends really nicely. Next, I have the infamous NARS Albatross highlight. Now, this is very similar to the next one. They're so similar. The NARS one I'd say would be a little bit more of a yellow undertone, which is this one's a little bit more of like a beige, I guess you could say. If you aren't a highlighter junkie like I am, you probably don't need both of these, but I love them both for different reasons. This one's a little bit more natural on my skin, and this one's a little bit more like, well, bam, in your face, hello. Did anybody else just sing "It's me" in their head? What can I say? What can I say? I will say that the NARS formula of highlights are a little bit more harder texture, maybe? I don't know. They're not as smooth and buttery as like the Becca ones are, but they do definitely give a lot of pigment and they do work really nice on the skin. It's just they have a slightly different formula. Next, I have the MAC Luster Drops, and this can be either a highlighter or like a mixing kind of product to add like luminosity to a foundation. This one's in the shade Pink Rebel, and this is gorgeous. It's a really pretty peachy pink with a bit of a gold sheen in it. It's very liquidy, so that's why it's really good to mix, but it just gives you a really nice natural highlight. Next, we have the Too Faced Candlelight Glow highlight. This is the original one. I don't know what it's actually called because there are two different ones now. Let me look it up. So this one's actually called Rosy Glow, and it has a pink and a more white gold kind of color. Again, very similar to the other two that I just showed you, like NARS Albatross and NYX Ritualistic. I would say this pink side I'm not very impressed with. It's really not easy to apply. I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's the formula of it. They definitely have changed the formula of these, so you don't have to worry about this issue now, but I don't know, the original one, I find that I have to like kind of scratch a top layer off of the product before I can actually use it, because it kind of, I don't know, maybe it's the oil in my fingers or something reacts with the product and you can't get any pigmentation from it. So if you've ever had that happen to you, you know what I'm talking about. But this side though, it is so buttery, so smooth, it blends beautifully on your skin. Next up, we have yet another Josie Maran product that I have not mentioned on my channel, again, because I did get this around the holiday time. This is their Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing Wand, and I just have like a little guy. I got their little trio, but this is basically the same color as the liquid version, just in a stick form. It's a beautiful gold color. This blends beautifully on your skin, and it's really, really nice. I love it, especially using it with my fingertip, and it's kind of a patting it on. Next, we have another Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is in the shade Rose Gold. Now, I use this more as a blush topper versus a highlight because it's a little bit dark for my skin for sure, but this color is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely a true rose gold. Love it. It just gives you a beautiful glow. Next, I have Benefit Girl Meets Pearl. Again, I just have a little baby sample of this. This one is a very natural looking highlight. It's a very, very light peachy pink, and it has a bit of a gold reflect to it. It works great as a base for a product or just by itself. Next up, we have the Balm's Mary Luminizer. This is so, so, so pretty. Man, it's just the most beautiful champagne-y highlight. That's all I can really say. It's very buttery, very beautiful in the skin. It blends really nicely. It's also like a bam type of highlight. Next I have this little trio by Model Co. Just called their highlighting trio, and I got this in an Ipsy bag a little while ago. I've only tried it once or twice, so I can't really give you my full opinion on it. It has this one, which is called Champagne, a Bronze, and a Peach Bellini color. It's really, really pretty. They are very cream to the touch. Next I have a powder one by Ofra. It's their eyeshadow and highlighter in the shade Bliss. Now, I thought this was only going to be an eyeshadow for me, but actually I love it as a highlighter. I mean, I use a very small amount, very, very lightly, so it's very natural looking on me because if I went too intense, this could be like a bronzer. It is incredibly pigmented and smooth. I love it so, so much, and it's gorgeous. Next, I have the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal. This is just the liquid version. These are beautiful, beautiful highlighters. This whole line, they really blend beautifully into your skin. The formulation of these is amazing too because they work so well as either a foundation like primer or mixing it with your foundation or just as a highlight by itself or underneath another one. This is absolutely gorgeous. Next we have another NYX one. This is the shade Enigmatic, and this is a really pretty pink kind of color. Now I originally got this because I thought, hey, maybe it's a dupe for the Too Faced one. But actually, they're very, very different. This one's definitely very warm toned, this one's very cool toned, and I actually think I like the formula of this one a little bit more because it isn't as hard to work with, you know? It's not super intensely pigmented, but it does have enough that it looks like a really natural highlight on your skin, and it blends really nicely, and it looks like it could just be a blush, but it works great as a highlight. I really enjoy it. Next, I have a new one. This is the Body Shop Radiant Highlighter. I'm actually wearing that on my cheekbones today. I have only tried it today, so I don't have an opinion on it, but it's just a kind of pinky, pearly color like what the High Beam is, so I'm excited to see what I think about this. Next, I have the Josie Moran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing Veil. This is like a little mini guy, again from that little trio I got at Christmas time. This is a really pretty natural looking highlight. It's not super gold. Again, I think it's the perfect champagne kind of color. It's very, very natural on your skin though. It is not like one of those ba-bam in your face like Instagram highlights, I guess you could call them. This is more of a natural everyday, I can wear this to work or to school or anything like that, but still look beautiful and glowy, but not over the top like shimmering streaks. You know what I mean? I really like this for days that I'm not looking to use a ton of makeup, but I still want to add a little bit of a highlight because I love the whole highlighting process. I know that's really weird, but it's just who I am. Next, I have the Clinique Chubby Stick in the shade Hefty Highlight. You guys have heard me talk a lot about this. I love it. It's a beautiful pink color. It looks absolutely beautiful every day, or it looks, you know, intense and bam in your face if you want to. You know what I mean? It's very layerable and buildable. Next, I have the Too Faced Candlelight Glow Duo in the shade Warm Glow, which is the newer one. I love it. It's so beautiful. It has a really nice pale gold shade and a really pretty peachy kind of golden shade too. They blend beautifully on the skin. They work beautiful to, you know, use together or separately. The formula has definitely been improved by Too Faced, and I'm very happy about that. Next, I have the Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops in the shade Moonlight. It's a really pretty, more natural looking highlight. It is very, very liquidy. It actually has a dropper on it, which is like super fancy. I really love just using it by itself. It just looks so natural and like goddessy, you know what I mean? Next, we have this one, which I knew you guys were gonna hear me talk about. This is Becca Champagne Pop. Need I say anymore? I mean, it's amazing, okay? It's a beautiful champagne-y, peachy color. This is one of my favorite ba-bam highlights that I have. Of course, I love it because I love Jaclyn Hill too, but even if it wasn't Jaclyn Hill's, I would still adore this. Let's just say that. The next one I have is by Temp 2. This is the highlighter in the shade Pink Pearl. Now, this is supposed to be like an airbrushing kind of product, so it's super, super liquidy. It's like a similar consistency to like the MAC luster drops. Yes, but I don't have an airbrushing system, and I got this in an Ipsy bag, so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna try it by itself on my cheeks. Whoa. Whoa there, honey. It is intense. It is pretty much a white, kind of pearly kind of color with a little bit of a pink undertone to it. It's amazing by itself because it gives you that like kind of look, but also because it's really tacky, it does help other products stick to it, which is great. Next I have e.l.f.'s Baked Blush in the shade Pinktastic. We all know by now this is not a blush as well because it is just, oh, such a beautiful champagne-y pink color. As you can probably tell by this video, I love champagne-y highlights. I don't know why, I gravitate towards those. But it is the most inexpensive highlighter I own, and it works so well by itself or with other products, or wet or dry. It's just an all-around great product. Next I have the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in the shade Sunbeam. Fortunately, I don't like this. And this is the first highlighter I have not liked. Okay? Okay. I hear lots of people loving this, and I'm always like, yeah, okay, I gotta try it again. But every time I try it, I get the same result. I see glitter on my cheeks, and I don't want to have glitter on my cheeks, okay? I know Benefit High Beam is still very dramatic, but it doesn't have glitter, okay? So I wouldn't recommend this. I'm sorry, NYX. I love NYX as a brand. Like, everything else that I've tried from NYX, I have loved. So I'm sad about this little guy, but I just have to tell you my real thoughts. Next, I have one from MAC that you've probably been seeing back there and been like, when is she gonna talk about that? This is Oh Darling, okay? It was limited edition. You probably can find it on Amazon for some ridiculous price, but I just got it at my little MAC store. It is the most gorgeous gold color. I just can't even with this shiz, okay? When I saw this and I swatched it, I was like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna look around a little bit. Like, 1 minute went by and I went back to the girl. I'm like, I need that in my life. I do. And she's like, you do. Next, I have Benefit's Sunbeam, and this is more of a bronzy kind of golden highlight. I still use it in the summertime, not as much in the winter because I get, as you can probably tell, extremely pale, okay? But in the summertime, it looks really great just on the cheekbones, really lightly on me, and it just gives you a beautiful bronzy glow. You know, like golden goddess bronzy glow. And I feel like this one with this on top, let's just give it a try, shall we? Oh yeah. Uh-huh. That's right. Yeah, okay. I have my work cut out for me this summer for sure. The last powder highlight I have is by Becca. Again, this is in the shade Opal. This is the original super, super famous one that they came out with, and I know why. It is just that perfect in-between champagne and bronze, and I still wear it even though I'm super pale. I still put this shiz on and I don't even care what anybody says. That's really how it goes. It is just super blendable and creamy and pigmented, and you know the drill with how I like highlighters, okay? Okay, now I just have like liquid ones left, so I'm just gonna go through those. My next one's also by Becca. This is in the shade Moonstone. It's just, again, their liquid shimmery skin perfector. I have talked about this stuff a lot on my channel. I've used it in tutorials. It is gorgeous. It gives you a warm glow, yet it is not gold, you know what I mean? So it's that perfect in between, not quite like that white gold, not quite like a champagne. Yes. I also have the NARS Copacabana Illuminator, which I also really love. My only issue with this is it dispenses way too much product because whenever I go to use this, I don't want to be like highlighting down my cheek, you know what I mean? I just want it to be in that specific area and then blend out the edges, you know what I mean? You feel? I feel like this would be a great body illuminator as well. It's just a really nice, again, pink, pearly kind of color. It's so blendable and smooth. I don't think I need to say anymore. Next, I also have Benefit's What's Up. This is a beautiful stick highlighter. Again, perfect champagne kind of color. This is the one that Katie from Luster Luxe absolutely adores, and I really like it as well. I don't find this to be quite as blendable as the Josie Moran stick because this one is a little bit older. It's really easy to apply as well. I usually just use it with my finger, and yeah, I dig it. The last one that I have is the Body Shop Honey Bronze Highlighting Dome in the shade number 1. Just hold this, so I have not tried it yet, but it's a really pretty champagne-y color, and I am so excited about this. As you know from my collection so far. I'm a sucker for highlighting sticks, okay? I find them so easy to use. So when I saw this little guy, I had to pick it up, and I'm really excited to give it a try. Okay, whoa there, whoa. We have a lot of highlighters here. That's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to become a part of the Miss Glitz 98 family. And yeah. Also, please let me know in the comments which collection you want to see next. I'm thinking like bronzers slash contours or liquid lipsticks. I can do that as well. Also, let me know what your favorite highlighter is in the comments below because as you can tell, I don't have enough, right? Bye! Good morning, everybody, and welcome to California Day 2.
California.